los pongo a bailar la pelúa. Y el que no baile que lo despelucan. Hijo de puta no me cuquen. Lean los números pa' que se eduquen. Yo no hago canciones, hago himnos pa' que no caduquen. En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como los dinosaurs. Antes que me apague se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Barbasol.
Road Nation, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to Road 11. We made it to 11, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for yourselves, though, for showing up. Inclement weather, I know. But y'all made it here. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. Boy, did you pick a good time to be here, because tonight, in our main event, for the Glory Championship, E.K. Prosper from NXT will face A.J. Francis. Inside of a steel cage. We want to also let everybody know, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Walker, Texas Lawyer, everybody who normally supports this show and has for so many years. But what we also want to let you know is going down in June at our next taping, it is Reality of Wrestling, No Limits, the night where we take it past the limit. There is no limits at Reality of Wrestling, extreme matches all night long. You can check that out in June. Tickets will be available soon. All right, but guys, I'm not going to stand out here all night because I want to see a steel cage match. I want to see the main event. I want to see A.J. Francis and E.K. Prosper. So why don't we go ahead and get things started? Yo, welcome to Raw Glory 11.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Paid monetary spokesperson for Walker, Texas Lawyer.
Hey, what's up? This Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer, and I've been crushing opponents in the ring for over 30 years. But Walker, he's been crushing insurance companies for over 40. Hey, if you need some help, call Walker. Now, can you dig that?
If you've been injured in an accident, put 40 years of experience on your side and call Walker, Texas Lawyer today. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
coming all the way live. With H-Town pride is the incredible spectacle in four-wheel drive. It's gonna be a rough ride, so button your coat. It's the road, don't you know, bro? This ain't no joke. You got 4 ring posts with 3 ring ropes. 2 battle for 1 win, and they going for broke. So if you don't know, let me dumb it down. It's the reality of wrestling. They the talk of the town. Bah!
Nation, please start your glory commentating. Introducing first, Sammy
Boy, it looks like we're getting started out hot here for prospects, as Vin Park, who's been making a name for himself here as of late, is ready to make another impact, Sammy.
Vin Park, talk about prospects. He might be the top prospect here in reality of wrestling.
A flawless prospect, if you will. Now, he's definitely got his work cut out for him here tonight, Sammy, because he's facing the biggest man, aside from AJ Francis, of course, of House Money, Quinton Winters.
House Money is in the proverbial house, the glory house, and it's always money, money, money. Whenever the executive decision, Quinton Winters is ready to roll.
Well, I see what you did there with the timing, with the money, money, money. You've always been a big fan of House Money here, Sammy, but it's going to be a very interesting matchup between these two because, again, the flawless one, Vin Park, is trying to truly make a name for himself here for glory, but will he do it at the expense of Quinton Winters?
Look, Vin Parker is on a big upside for Vin Park. Can he continue that momentum against a very game Quinton Winters?
As the bell has now rung, this match is official for prospects. A special showcase here of the future for reality of wrestling. Vin Park trying to earn his way onto either of the rosters, Sammy, whether it be Platinum or Glory. How do you like his chances here against Quinton Winters?
Look, I would never bet against House Money. House Money always wins because they are, as I always say, money, money, money.
You're really on your game today with that timing.
And I can appreciate that Vin Park not backing down from a challenge has been his MO since arriving here in reality of wrestling. But come on, Kirby. It's House Money, baby.
Well, we know that House Money will also be in the main event tonight because we're going to see AJ Francis take on EQ Prosper for the World Global Championship inside of a steel cage. And what a match that's going to be.
Yeah, everything's going to be settled. AJ Francis, who won the Battle to the Bell Hammer, earning him that championship match. AJ Francis calling his shot. A huge night in the cards here for House Money.
Well, speaking of shots, what a great shoulder shot there from Quinton Winters. But look at Park, able to clear Quinton Winters and flips him over easily. As again, he's trying to earn himself a spot on either roster, whether it be Platinum, whether it be Glory, is Vin Park, the flawless one. And look at him flawlessly almost getting that crucifix pinfall to the shoulder down, almost gets Quinton Winters there. But again, has him cradled up. 1, 2, Vin Park almost gets the victory again.
And look at him maintaining control here. Vin Park here got his working boots on here on Prospects.
As we see Quinton Winters get back up to a vertical base and connects with that forearm shot there. Oh, and now a right hand takes down Park. Quinton Winters, the executive decision, probably a good prospect of his own last year, has really started to come into his own here. Oh! As he gets cut off there by that drop kick, just as I was starting to build him up a little, Sammy.
Ben Park taking nothing away from this young man.
Cover here, 1, 2, almost gets the win.
Ben Park has been on quite the roll, and I mean, my God, if he can get a victory over Quinton Winters, all over for the flawless one. But come on, Kirby, house money. This is house money's night. We're gonna bring back the Glory Championship in our main event.
What do you mean we?
Look, I have it on good authority that I may or may not be an unofficial member of House Money, because House Money is all about winners. And that's what Quinton Winters is here. Look at that big back elbow.
Well, after that back elbow, he could consider himself a winner. May have just knocked out Vin Park there. As Park in a precarious spot here, a spot where he doesn't want to be in. Oh! And look at the way his head just snapped back after that kick. He's the executive decision for a reason, and may have just claimed the decision. No.
Easy money for Quinton Winters. Good authority that move, that big boot. Quinton Winters was taught that by AJ Francis. That's what's so great about AJ Francis. He goes to TNA, he goes to Reality Wrestling. He's always spreading his knowledge, not just to the fans, not just to the locker room, but especially to these young men under the tutelage of AJ Francis in House Money.
As right now, Quinton Winters, look at the way that he just drives that knee right into the midsection of Vin Park.
It's the kitchen sink, Kirby.
Everything but the kitchen sink right now into Vin Park, who managed to kick out there with that right shoulder up to continue this onslaught on the form of Quinton Winters.
And when are you going to get on board, Kirby? When are you going to finally accept that House Money is who runs Reality of Wrestling? On Glory, we're here on Prospects. Running everything here is House Money.
I've already told you before that I don't like the way that they do things. They take shortcuts. They want to always be on top by any means necessary instead of doing things the right way.
We're talking about Quinton Winters has already been doing this all on his own here tonight.
So far, I will agree with you there, Sammy. He's doing a fantastic job of taking it to Vin Park, but look at Vin Park. Look at the Northern Light suplex, the bridge into the cover, but a kick out from Winters. Outstanding offense there from Vin Park trying to get back into this matchup, but he gets put right back down with that cross chop to the neck. And now Winters lifting him up, planting him down. Middle of the ring, showcasing a little bit here.
Give him the flex. Show
into the cover. Outside leg is hooked and kick out there. Maybe not going for the pinfall there immediately is what cost Winters the match there, Sammy.
Well, Quinton Winters he's got that confidence. He's got the confidence that only a member of House Money can have. And maybe he didn't get the job done there, but come on, Quinton Winters, he's got this in the bag, baby.
Well, right now it definitely seems to be in the driver's seat, so I will agree with you there for now, Sammy, because there still could potentially be a whole lot part of the match left, because Vin Park right now is drawing the energy from the Road Nation as you see him start to get back up slowly but surely. And after that jawbreaker there, still gets kicked in the midsection though. Vin Park now driven into the top turnbuckle. Oh, but he runs right into an elbow. Does Winters here? Could this be the opening that Park was looking for?
And Q might have been knocked loopy there. Oh, no.
And after that kick, Park goes up top. And look at the way he flawlessly connects with that crossbody from the top. Vin Park trying to be the breakout prospect of 2026. Takes out Winters again. Ducks the clothesline, and look at this!
Oh my God!
Into the cover, 1, 2, but a kick out.
I will give credit where it's deserved. Vin Park with a picture-perfect power slam there, but not enough to keep Quinton Winters down.
A power slam that he may have learned from Dustin Rhodes, his trainer. But wait, what the hell is Josiah doing out here?
Well, Josiah's coming to support his brother-in-arms in House Money.
And now Vin Park, look, he goes to the outside and takes out the Rocket.
Oh, come on, Vin Park. Josiah Shaw's not in this match.
But he may have taken his eye off the ball as Quinton Winters takes advantage of the situation there. And now Park gets sent right back in.
That's right, House Money running things right now.
And now Quinton Winters, this could be all she wrote for Vin Park. Oh, but look at Vin Park. Counters here. He's got it. He's got the final imperfection. After the distraction, it still wasn't enough.
Oh, no!
We are always looking for that next breakout prospect here. And Sammy, I don't know about you, but I think Vin Park may have just done the job here tonight.
Well, I don't know if I would call that a flawless victory, but a big win for Vin Park here, and that is not the way that House Money wanted to start tonight off.
Well, we've got a whole lot more action for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is Reality of Wrestling Glory 11. And I'll be right back with more action. Been formally corrected here, Sammy. I'm going to say the name right. Daniel Alexandro has arrived to glory once again after a couple of incredible showings thus far here amongst the entirety of Reality of Wrestling.
Daniel Alexandro.
Daniel.
That's what I said, Daniel.
Danielle.
They're talking about the hottest essay. Daniel Alexandro, and I mean, talk about someone who gets better and better each and every time he shows up. I expect nothing less in his performance here tonight.
Well, speaking of getting better, there's a reason he's out here tonight. He asked for this matchup against CJ Valor, a man who he has a loss against, trying to right that wrong, at least in his eyes.
Why are you always bringing up stuff like that from the past, Kirby?
It's literally what he said, Sammy.
It's all about the future. Feel the heat from the hottest essay.
WWE ID prospect CJ Valor is back in the house. And just look how quickly the Road Nation gravitates to this man.
Well, I can see why this man is a powerhouse, built like a brick house. CJ Valor, undefeated so far in Reality Wrestling, but I don't know. That might all come to an end here tonight against the hottest essay, Danielle Alexandro.
I'm glad you learned how to some Spanish here, Sammy. But you're right. Daniel Alexandro actually said that he has this figured out. He knows exactly what to do against CJ Valor now. And we're about to see if that game plan will come to fruition and get him that victory against CJ Valor. As that referee Valen here has rung the bell, this match is official. As we keep things going here for Glory, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us live here on YouTube. We want to send a special shout out to our CSN partners watching live here as well. We see all your reactions. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. As again, Daniel Alexandro says that he's got this figured out. How much do you believe he truly has changed his game since the last time, Sammy?
Look, every single time Daniel Alexandro steps in the ring, he gets hotter and hotter and hotter. That's why he calls himself the hottest essay. And I expect nothing less than here tonight. Oh!
And look, the amateur background already in full display for CJ Valor gets a quick cover into a 1 count. But the speed that Valor can do these covers, incredible!
Alexandro's going to definitely have to bring the speed, bring all the heat he can to best a very game CJ Valor.
Road Nation again firmly behind CJ Valor, but now I've also got to ask this, Sammy. We know Daniel Alexandro has been doing a fantastic job leveling up his game here at Reality of Wrestling, but that is a different kind of leveling up that CJ Valor has done on Evolve. So truly, what training has really elevated their game more?
shows his strength advantage over Danielle, but look at the wise. Danielle already not rushing anything, taking his time on the outside. I'm telling you, every single time this young kid, Alexandro, steps in the ring, he learns more. He gets better each and every time. I'm talking about the future.
Ooh.
That is Danielle Alexandro. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, Daniel Alexandro definitely gives me that vibe of being a future champion here at Reality of Wrestling. It's only a matter of time as long as he keeps learning, and he's definitely doing that right now. As look at the way he's got that waist lock. CJ Valor reverses it. Oh! And he drives him right into the top turnbuckle.
And that's CJ Valor's mistake, going to the well one, two times, and Danielle Alexandro making CJ pay for it.
Cover one. A quick kick out, even though that knee to the back of the neck did some damage. CJ Valor's game is starting to slow down already.
Look, CJ Valor, there's a reason why he's been making waves on WWE Evolve. Got that amateur background. He's got that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But Danielle Alexandro realizes that the opportunity is his, and he's taking advantage.
And with that opening, Alexandro once again goes into the cover. This time gets a 2 count. And now you can start to see the damage start to build up in CJ Valor. Daniel Alexandro now, though, maybe taking a little bit too much time to glow to the Road Nation. And something we don't see quite often as of late, the abdominal stretch. I can't even say it right, Sammy.
That's oldie but goodie, a classic. You can see Daniel Alexandro has studied his tape. He's studied the greats. He's going to bring every advantage he can against CJ Valor.
And look at the way that this is breaking out here for CJ Valor. Able to break that hold, and a hip toss to boot. As CJ, runs right into an elbow. And again, the answers from Daniel Alexandro.
Oh, man.
He slipped off the second rope, and that was the opening that Valor needed. As look at the strength.
CJ Valor in those leopard print looking like Craven the Hunter, taking advantage everywhere he can.
And cover here, but a kick out again from Alexandro. These two. Oh, look at the way that he just switched it up. We were expecting him to bounce off the ropes, but instead he switches the momentum. Oh! Into the power slam too, and a kick out from Valor.
And again, Daniel Alexandro, wise beyond his years. That was a unusual position here, but see how he took advantage. And again, now measuring CJ Valor again. I feel like Daniel Alexandro has been on top more than not here in this. Oh! Look at that!
And he got him with a real problem there. Was that enough to put away Valor? No! We have seen him put away people here at Reality of Wrestling with that very move, and CJ Valor managed to kick out of it there.
Danielle, you gotta stay cool. I know he's usually feeling hot, but he's gotta keep calm. He's gotta keep cool here.
And now that he is starting to empty the clip here for CJ Valor, what else does Daniel Alexandro have in his arsenal?
Well, that's what's so great about Daniel Alexandro. He's really still so new to the scene. It's hard to really gauge exactly what tricks he has in his bag as Daniel Alexandro.
Valor still managing to fight back, though. A precarious spot for both of these guys. That ends in bad luck for Alexandro.
Alexandro back up to his feet. Whoa,
and now from the top, Valor, goes flying.
Oh my
God. And look at the way he just fired himself up. CJ Valor with the Chaos Theory.
My God.
And we've seen this before here, Sammy. We know what's coming next.
Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know if CJ Valor saw what was coming next.
Oh, and he brings him down with the spine buster into the cover. 1, 2, and that's it. Sammy, what happens when you come out and you empty your playbook? You've got to flip the page and add more. That's exactly what CJ Valor did here tonight against Alexandro.
Look, I can promise you, Kirby, that Daniel Alexandro's got a lot more pages left to read in his book, but I can't say as I'm surprised that CJ Valor remains undefeated here in Reality of Wrestling.
A fantastic showcase for both of these gentlemen as the action keeps rolling along here for Reality of Wrestling Glory.
Row Nation, Taylor here, and I am joined by House Money. AJ, tonight you are facing EK Prosper in a steel cage match for the main event. How are you feeling?
I feel good. See, originally I wanted to have a steel cage match to keep everybody else out. Because the only reason EK Prosper is even the Glory Champion is because Zilla Fatu got involved in my business. But now I realize the cage isn't keeping people out. The cage is locking EK Prosper in with a silverback gorilla. See, ever since the day I won the Battle of the Bell, I knew that this day would come. I knew that I'd get an opportunity to get my glory title back. And tonight, House Money's already made too many mistakes. But I'm gonna let you know, everybody makes mistakes. I made a mistake losing the title in the first place, and guess what? I'm gonna make up for it. See, after tonight, I'm gonna be the first glory champion, the longest reigning glory champion, and the first two-time glory champion. And that's because the house always wins. Y'all smell that? Smells like money, money, money. Oh, and I'm gonna show y'all how a real champion handles business by himself.
You want to talk about guys that have been making impacts here as of late? Look no further than the Honey Badger, Will Austin.
But this guy may be the future, but talk about a Honey Badger. Will Austin has been making waves, looking to make an impact here in Reality of Wrestling. Look no further than Zack Mason never looked better, never looked bigger. Zack Silla's in the house.
You know, we know him mostly as a tag team wrestler, but this guy can definitely hold his own in singles action because he's a former Rise to Wrestling royalty champion. And look at that, immediately out of the gate, these two just started to shove each other. And it looks like a fight is broken out.
Come on, MJ.
It's all about making an impact here. And it's about making a name for yourself as the referee, MJ Bell, has now been pushed away. What the hell is going on here?
MJ's calling for more officials here. Will Austin wants to be called the Honey Badger. He's living up to that moniker here, bringing the fight to sex, especially even gotten started.
A Honey Badger does not care. It will just keep going on fighting, as now we finally got security here to break up the fight. And I don't even know where this came from either of these two, Sammy.
Well, I think Will Austin realizes
relentless in his pursuit.
Yeah, Will Austin's got to take his opportunities where he can, but I don't know how smart it is to pick a fight with someone like Zack Mason.
Well, again, it's not really something that we see from either of these guys, just going that hard. As now it looks, oh, look at Zack Mason, just going right after Will Austin.
Yes. The aggression turned up for these two.
As we're finally getting more security out here, these two truly just breaking it all down here.
Look, Zack Mason can't be in the best mood. I mean, Fly Death is no more.
This match will be no contest.
Come on.
Well, hold on a second.
Whoa.
We said a no contest, but it looks like we're gonna hear from the boss. to be no disqualification.
Wait a minute. We're starting this match for this.
And look at this. Austin to the outside. You want to talk about no disqualification? What about no gravity?
My God, this Will Austin has lost his mind.
He sees the opportunity right before him. As now Austin is looking for, it looks like furniture downstairs.
Oh, come on.
As it looks like he's got a table. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's reset the table here, no pun intended. This was supposed to be a one-on-one contest, but now it has turned into a no disqualification contest between these two. And that means that all weapons are now legal, Sammy. They can do whatever the hell they want out here.
Oh, come on, there's gotta be some kind of rules here. You gonna just let these two guys just throw out hands here? I mean, that's what the two-time Hall of Famer Booker T wants. That's what he's gonna get as Zack Zilla just folds up Will Austin.
Well, again, this was supposed to be just a friendly competition between these two, maybe trying to shoot up the rankings for a Legacy Championship opportunity or maybe even a Glory Championship after a cage match tonight. But to these two, it didn't matter. They just wanted to fight. And so Booker T said, let it be so.
You wanted to fight, you're gonna get it. I like this new attitude of Will Austin, bringing the fight. The second he comes to the curtain here, that's what reality wrestling's all about.
Well, that's what a honey badger's all about, is the honey badger just got thrown out.
Yeah, you better bring the fight against someone like Zack Mason, who's clearly in no mood.
Well, the last time we saw Zack out here, it was in that final match as a team formerly known as Fly Deaf. We've since seen Nasir Day make their appearance on Platinum, and now we're seeing Zack Zilla here on Glory in singles competition, and both men are looking to make a name for themselves in this new division of theirs. But again, like I was saying earlier, Zack Mason won a one-night tournament called the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament. So he is no stranger to running the gauntlet and coming out victorious here.
He's very comfortable throwing around the furniture as well, and Will also trying to pick one of those steel chairs and sends Zack all the way to the outside.
As now you can see Will Austin already just slowly moving his body around gingerly. Maybe the damage has already been done here, Sammy.
Oh, you think? I mean, Will Austin throws caution completely out the window, came in here guns a-blazing. Now bringing the fight to Zack Mason. There's no countouts, no disqualifications. This thing's gonna go until one of these men beats the other, and I don't know if I like this, Kirby.
You know, normally you're one for chaos. I'm very surprised to hear you say that you're not down for this right now.
Oh my God! You feel the thud of Zack Mason's hand just caving in the chest of Will Austin.
Well, one for Zack there from Austin.
Look, I was looking forward to Zack Mason turning things around. I mean, Fly Deaf maybe no more, but Zack Mason, look at that!
And look at the way he still caught himself on the stairs. And now the strength of Zack. And he gets rushed right into the post. That is straight up steel that he just got launched into.
Will Austin slipping and sliding. Continues to just fight through. I cannot believe how much Will Austin is able to continue to turn the favor for himself. This kid has got so much ambition. He's got so much tenacity here. He sets up one of those tables. I mean, I feel like last time I saw Will Austin was hit, he was being thrown off the ladder in that Battle of the Bell ladder match, which went viral for reality of wrestling. Hopefully, I gotta believe Will Austin hopes it doesn't go the same way tonight.
Well, we're definitely about to see if maybe that happens, as you saw him set up the table there, Sammy. As Zack Zilla, he's got Will up and countered. These two just keep going back and forth, counter after counter.
Well, how are you supposed to prepare for this? This was supposed to be a regular one-on-one match, not a no DQ match.
Well, they basically asked for this with their actions, Sammy. They didn't prepare for it, but they're ready for all challenges.
Well, I don't know, Zack Mason asked for it, but Will Austin definitely seemed to. This kid bringing the fight here. But if anybody's ready to step up to the challenge, it's Zack Zilla.
Cover here from Austin, too, but a shoulder kick out there.
Look at that, just mounting Zack. I mean, Will Austin Has he gotten out of 4th gear from the beginning of this match?
I think this match has started at 5th gear and hasn't let up here. Zack Mason managed to get that left shoulder up once again. And I don't know how smart that was. At what point do you just say enough is enough and just lay down, Sammy?
I don't believe either. I mean, I definitely would have never said that Zack Mason's one to lay down and call it a day, but Will Austin is making a believer out of me with his performance so far tonight.
And look at the way these two are just exchanging shots. As right now it is just Zack connecting with anything. Oh, was thinking powerbomb.
No, Zack's.
He was very lucky to miss the chair there. It looks like that's what Will Austin was trying. But now, in a spot where I don't think he wants to be at, Sammy.
Zack, you gotta move. Zack, you gotta move. Will comes charged in. Thank God Zack moved out of the way.
And now, oh my God! Mason was drilled into the chair in the corner. You want to talk about impact?
All right, Will Austin's not done.
And now from the top.
Oh no!
The Honey Badger is gonna fly! Into the cover, hooks the outside leg, 1, 2, and oh my God, how did Zack get that shoulder up? These two are truly just leaving it all out there right now, Sammy.
Look, Honey Badgers aren't supposed to leave their feet, let alone fly off the top turnbuckle, but Zack Mason's saying to this thing, what's gonna give here?
Well, animals evolve, and maybe we're seeing the next evolution here for Will Austin. As these two, again, are just leaving it all out there. Zack, though, look at this. Exploder suplex. Almost into the corner. And now, with a clothesline and a splash. And Zack Mason now, what's he got thinking? Austin counters, German suplex. But Zack Mason, oh, look at the way he just flipped him over.
Turning Will Austin inside out. That's Zackzilla action here.
And now, Zack's got his target. Are we gonna see it? Wait a second. He looked at the table.
Zack had this match won.
He's trying to do extra damage here, Sammy.
No.
This is what Reality of Wrestling Glory is all about. And now, Zack lifting up Austin. Oh, the counter there, shifting the weight. And now I don't think Mason wants to be here.
Zack might be knocked out.
Will from the middle rope. He already connected with a spiral splash. Oh, maybe taking too long there.
Yeah, both these men throwing so much here.
And just look at the damage, the welts forming in each one of these guys here. As Austin, he's got Mason in a bad spot here.
What is Will Austin thinking here?
Austin now
trying to put Zack Mason in the perfect position.
Trying to get that perfect angle, Sammy, you're right. As now Austin from the top. He's thinking maybe a Hurricane Rana, but the power of Mason. Look at this! Oh my God! Cover after the power bomb, and Mason does it! A match that was supposed to be just a regular one-on-one contest devolved into chaos and ends with the Honey Badger put through a damn table.
Will Austin continues to make eye-opening performance after performance, but man, another night with Will Austin looking up at the lights through a table. A devastating victory for Zackzilla.
We talked about the rankings here for Reality of Wrestling Glory. Zack Mason not only made his impact, he sent a message to the entire singles division. He is coming for gold, and he is coming to make more wins come his way.
Gotta check on Will Austin. What's wrong with these guys? Will Austin's going to be helped to the back here as we try to clean up this chaos.
Row Nation, joining me at this time is Richard Holliday. Welcome back, Richard. After 9 months from winning the King of the Summer Battle Royale, you are using that opportunity to face Sensei for the Legacy Championship.
Yes, and I'm sure you noticed, I've been gone for a little bit. It's my first time back in the year of 2026. Richard, what have you been up to? Oh, nothing. Just being the most talked about, the most important independent professional wrestler in the world today. That's a fact. You can actually look it up. And tonight, I have decided to go after Sensei for the Legacy Championship, and it's apropos because my legacy literally grows by the minute. Do you feel it? It's growing. It just grew again. My legacy actually just grew again as I'm completing this sentence. So Sensei, this is the news I got for you. Tonight, you can look at me as your sensei, and you will bow to your master. And I will take that championship because that's what I do. Right, Taylor? That's what I do. I win championships and I make history. Now, if you'll excuse me, somebody hand me a water bottle. I need to wet my hair.
Someone give Richard Holliday a water bottle.
Well, the Rogue Glory Women's Division is continuing to make names for themselves here, Sammy, and so we await the next contender for the championship.
Mia Friday, former Reality of Wrestling Women's Champion in her own right, looking to climb back to the top of the mountain. But I don't know, Kirby, it's going to be one tough task, a tall order for Mia Friday here tonight.
Especially against the opponent who she has drawn here today, because the last time we saw this woman, it was quite the showing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the last time we saw Simone, it was in an absolutely brutal beatdown of Hollywood Haley J here at Reality of Wrestling Glory, and she really put a hurting on Hollywood that I've never seen anybody do to her.
Well, I'm glad you're finally starting to give some credit to one of the many great female talents we have here in the Reality of Wrestling Women's locker room. Simone, all the way from down under, gonna continue this awesome momentum. I can only imagine against Mia Friday.
Well, a completely different output of emotion here from Mia Friday compared to Hollywood Haley J.
Yeah, you think? Talk about a contrast.
Two different sides of the tracks, you know?
Yeah, Mia Friday and Hollywood Haley J couldn't be any more different. We'll see how Simone game plans against a former Reality of Wrestling Women's Champion in Mia Friday.
Well, Hollywood is also a former Reality of Wrestling champion there, Sammy. So maybe the strategy doesn't really change that much, but you know, Mia Friday has really taken it all here to a new level this year.
Well, Mia Friday started wrestling when she was just a teenager. She may be young, but she's got a lot of experience. And as you can see, with that experience has come a new attitude. This is a very different Mia Friday than the one that we saw in the first scene, and I can only hope that Simone does not underestimate Mia Friday.
Well, Simone, having traveled all over the world, as you said, she's from Australia, trained with the Santino brothers over in California, and now finds her way here to Texas. Simone has gone all over the place, whereas Mia Friday has mostly just been centered around Texas. So we're about to see which type of training comes out on top here tonight. Let's look at this. Oh, she catches her through. The shoulders are down, but a kick out from Simone. And look at the way she just cradled her down. The shoulders are down once again, but immediate kick out there from Mia.
Look at this.
Look at this.
With a smile on her face.
I think those covers are less about trying to get the win, more about showing up against Simone, don't you think, Sammy?
Well, Mia Friday clearly understands the threat that is Simone. Not wasting any time, going cover after cover, all in the early going. And Simone doing her best to shut all of that down. But Mia Friday, well-versed, is the reason why she's a former champion. But Simone here.
The agility of Mia Friday in full display. As she gets caught up. And now Mia Friday kicked to the midsection. And this right here is classic Mia Friday, but Simone not able to stop her here.
I'm a little surprised that Mia Friday's been able to just basically, look at this. Talk about, Friday Night Delight. Mia Friday dancing off the top rope, completely dominating Simone so far.
And now Simone manages to roll out. Fantastic strategy there from the Australian. As now Mia Friday is getting a little bit of extra time to regroup as well. I'm not sure how smart it is to give her time like this.
Yeah, Simone outside. What is Mia Friday thinking here?
And now Simone finally turning around. I was going to say gets met with a kick. But now Mia Friday is in the bad spot here. And Simone bless her down on the apron.
That's right. Pick your moments. Simone taking advantage at the right opportunity. Down goes Mia Friday.
And now Simone, this is exactly what we saw from her in that match against Hollywood.
Yeah, I appreciate the positive disposition that Mia Friday always brings here. And I mean, this is a dominant performance so far, but that has just been completely cut off thanks to Simone, who showed up at Reality Wrestling as an absolute killer. And I can only imagine she's going to continue that streak here right now.
Well, speaking about that kind of sentiment, Sammy, what exactly did Simone show you in her outing against Hollywood?
Look, Simone, a world travel athlete. She's a television star in Australia. Simone has done it all.
Cover here, 1, 2, but Friday gets shoulder up.
And that's why she's here at Reality Wrestling, to continue her dominance, get the respect that Simone deserves. And she's gonna feel it at the hands of Mia Friday, just like she did at the hands of Hollywood Haley J.
So do you think she's really making her case to potentially be a challenger for the Glory Women's Championship?
Is that a serious question? I mean, Simone, look at this. The referee has to pull her off of Mia Friday. That's how tenacious Simone is.
And that could lead to a disqualification, which is not how you get a championship opportunity, Sammy.
I don't know. I mean, Simone's got the tenacity, she's got the ferocity, she's got the feeling in her gut. Simone came here not to play, but to take over. She's got my vote for next contender for the championship.
Well, she's absolutely making her case here for sure. She's completely neutralizing any kind of offense that Mia Friday is trying to employ here, especially after that shot in the apron on the outside. But now that may be the opening that Mia needed.
Well, Mia's got to take her openings everywhere she can. Simone, like a shark in the water. Mia Friday trying to rally back, and not this time.
And just like that, that momentum is completely squandered once again.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi! Let's go!
Cover here once again from Simone, but another kick out there after that double underhook suplex from Simone, and this is exactly what we saw from her against Hollywood.
Yeah, that's the ferocity. She's got the technical prowess, she's got the aggression, she's got that wonderful Australian accent. How can you not love Simone?
I don't like her tactics, Sammy. We know we go over this almost every week.
For whatever reason, the fans have gotten behind Mia Friday ever since they saw her as a little girl competing here at Reality Wrestling, and that's great that she grew up to become a contender, became Reality Wrestling champion. But you really think Mia Friday is going to be able to get back to the top of the mountain?
Well, she's definitely trying to do so right now, and a win over Simone could put her on the right track there once again. As right now, Mia Friday is starting to come alive once again. When we talk about momentum, building that momentum up for herself. And look at this, back suplex.
My God, every time I think that Mia Friday's out.
Cover, 1, 2, kick out from Simone.
Continues to fight back, rally back, find herself back in control. start to ever count out Mia Friday.
You know, this is a spot where Mia Friday wants Simone, but Simone had it scouted. And now,
oh my God, look at that. Beautiful dragon suplex.
And folded her in half, as Simone may have just made her statement here. Double underhooks. Oh, but Mia Friday still with the wherewithal to counter.
As a desperation maneuver, Mia Friday had to get out of that. It was going to be all over.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Where did she come? Where did that come from? My God, Mia Friday into the cover, puts away Simone.
Oh.
Nowhere does Mia Friday pull out a rainbow cutter and manage to pick up the victory here against Simone.
But Simone again dominates, but Mia Friday finds a way to, whoa,
wait a second. What the hell?
Oh.
That's Misty Marks.
It's Misty Marks.
What the hell is she doing here?
She's leaving her mark, Kirby.
Well, we saw what happened last time at Glory when these two had a run-in after their matchup. It looks like Misty Marks hasn't forgotten. We talk about making names for yourselves with a contender as she is looking to mark her.
The women's division here on Glory continues to be so volatile. Everyone trying to make a name for themselves, including Misty Marks.
Statement made by Misty Marks as she leaves Mia Friday laying here in the middle of the ring for Reality of Wrestling Glory. What does this mean for the contendership, for the championship?
Can you dig it, sucker?
Booker already came out earlier today and made some changes to the matches. You can only imagine that he's here to make another monumental statement as he is joined by the Queen Charmel as well. Look at her rocking that Glory shirt, Sammy. Have you gotten yours yet?
I thought you were going to grab me a Glory shirt, Kirby. You got me, right?
You'd owe me $30, but yes.
You go to the merch table while I enjoy the presence of count them two, WWE Hall of Famers, Queen Charmel and Booker T, set to make a monumental announcement here for Raw Glory.
Well, we've been anticipating this since we heard about it earlier this week, Sammy. So what exactly do they have in store for us?
Friday just rocked it, right? So I tell you what, right now, the Glory Women's Championship has been vacated, all right? Due to circumstances out of our control, the Glory Women's Championship has been vacated. But we are going to be having a tournament to crown a new Glory Women's Champion. And more importantly than that, we're gonna need our crowd here, our crowd at Reality of Wrestling. We're gonna need the Row Nation to participate, and let's see who you want to see in that tournament. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to Reality of Wrestling and let us know who you want to see in that tournament for the Glory Women's Championship. Baby, you got something. You got something. Oh, yeah. So guys, on that note, let's get ready to have some more fun. On 3, shucky ducky quack quack. 1, shucky ducky quack quack.
Tournament is going to be a cataclysmic announcement from Booker T about the Glory Women's title.
Well, we were literally just talking about finding the next contender. Now it's going to be about finding the next champion. This is going to be a very interesting matchup here, Sammy, as the tag team titles are on the line, where the Smoothest and Reese Maddox team up to try and become the new champions.
The King of Future, Reese Maddox and Eric Lockhart have been quite the unexpected team, but I cannot imagine it's going to be a smooth ride to winning the championship if they're so lucky here tonight.
Emotion is in the house, and they are the tag team champions. You want to talk about men that cannot be stopped? Look no further than these two.
Whoa, 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 Kirby, you feel that?
What is it?
You feel that commotion? That's a commotion in the ocean, because the motion, the reality of wrestling, tag team champions, the two, I'm gonna argue, most dominant men in this tag team division in reality wrestling history. Sam Holloway, AJ and Duca, who can stop the motion?
Ever since we saw them come together in November, it has literally been an onslaught of tag team after tag team after tag team. And they were the ones that finally put away the Command, a team that we previously said was unstoppable. But these two found the answer, and now they can call themselves tag team champions. So now I have to pose the question here to you, Sammy. Do we transfer that title of undefeatable team to these two now?
I mean, I feel like before, as much as I love the Command is one of the most dominant teams here in tag team wrestling, here at Reality Wrestling. But if Sam Holloway and AJ Duca were able to beat that team, I think they have definitely earned the moniker, not only of becoming tag team champions, but of being the force to be defeated. And I do not envy Eric Lockhart or the man starting out. Well, it's always going to be Reese Match, but he has a smart strategy for Eric Lockhart to start things off with the tag team titles on the line.
Well, you may look at this match, and normally we see one smaller person against a taller person. We say David versus Goliath. This is two Davids versus two Goliaths, Sammy.
I think everybody's David whenever you're looking up at EJ and Duca and Sam Holloway.
But one not to be deterred is Eric Lockhart, one of the craftiest members of the entire Reality of Wrestling roster. Dare I say, one of the craftiest members in the entirety of the wrestling industry.
EJ and Duca, look at that. Look at that motion in the ocean. You like that, Kirby?
Neither here, I will neither confirm nor deny that, as right now EJ and Duca showing us exactly why he is one half of the tag team champions, taking it to Eric Lockhart. And look at the way he just tried to swing at Reese Maddox while still holding up Lockhart. That is incredible strength, Sammy.
Tag to Sam Holloway. I know someone that doesn't like it, and that's Eric Lockhart.
And now from the second rope, cover. Oh, I don't think referee
come on
JT
now.
Stevens saw the tag there.
Referee arguing with Reese Maddox in the corner, and that's that lack of experience that Sam Holloway and EJ and Duca have, but the lack of experience they have, they definitely make up for in sheer size and brutality. There's a tag right in front of the referee, doing his job finally.
You know, it's amazing that you say lack of experience when they call themselves tag team champions, Sammy. That just goes to show how much power these two have just as rookies as a tag team.
Well, and I mean as experience as a team. I mean, Sam Holloway and EJ and Duca have been running roughshod in Reality Wrestling for some time, but then they decided to finally look eye to eye with the only other person.
Oh my God!
Look at Sam Holloway leaving his feet. Just a clock Reese Maddox.
And that may have just absolutely eliminated Maddox. I think this is now just going to be a handicap match here. And Lockhart's going to have to do everything that he can to try and win the titles on his own.
Look, anybody can do it. It's Eric Lockhart, a former Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champion in his own right, but I mean, come on.
Whoa!
Sam Holloway playing with toys.
And another tag here from Motion as EJ and Duca is the legal man again. But these two guys are just completely taking it to Lockhart. And you saw Reese there trying to get a tag as Lockhart is being sent flying. Cover here from Nduka, 1, 2, and Reese Maddox gets involved there to break up the pin and immediately gets out.
That's a smart save from Reese Maddox, otherwise they might have been all over there. We'll never know. Look, Reese Maddox and Eric Lockhart have been such a great team. There's a reason why they beat FIDEF. There's a reason why they got this shot at the titles, but I mean, who in their right mind would ever sign up? I don't care if the championship's on the line. You're gonna get a beating at the hands of the Motion. Guaranteed.
That's exactly what they're doing here to Lockhart. Again, Lockhart hasn't been able to get any kind of offense in here, but that may be the opening that they needed. As I mentioned, one of the craftiest members in the entire Reality of Wrestling roster, using the environment to his advantage, as now Eric Lockhart gets the tag to Maddox, and here comes Reese.
We're talking about a mismatch here, Reese Maddox, but this kid doesn't know fear. Gonna bring the fight no matter what.
Now Reese Maddox firing up. Oh, but oh my God, right hand may have just knocked him out.
Yeah, baby. Look at that. The hip swivel never misses.
It was literally one strike.
Oh,
Sam Holloway takes out Nduka inadvertently. And now Maddox goes for sliced bread. Do we have new champions? Reese Maddox. Oh my God, not even a 1 count.
Oh my God.
Great effort there from Maddox there though, Sammy. You've got to give him credit here as he gets into the tag. Lockhart's the legal man.
Now, wait a minute.
Both guys lifting up Sam. We haven't seen Sam off his feet quite often here. Look at the way he just got slammed. It took 2 men to do that to a champion. Cover here. Both guys covering, but a kick out at the very last second.
Now that can't be legal. They got 2 men on top of Sam Holloway, and Sam Holloway still got the shoulder up.
If it wasn't legal, referee JT Stevens wouldn't have done the count there, Sammy.
Okay. Well, Sam is down.
As now both guys going up top, but look at that. Nduka takes out Lockhart, and now Reese gets caught. And are we gonna see it here once again, Sammy? He's got him up, and now Order 66 connects.
Long live the Empire.
2, Motion takes it away.
Long live the Motion.
Motion came in with a game plan and they executed it fairly easily, Sammy, against a team who has been taking all kinds of momentum here at Reality of Wrestling. But my God, who is going to stop these two?
Eric Lockhart, the tag team specialist. Reese Maddox and Lockhart have been on a roll, but even that roll got stopped in motion by the Motion, EJ Nduka and Sam Holloway. I don't know if anybody can stop these 2 gargantuan beasts.
We're gonna see the Motion continue to roll on here as champions, as we got more championship gold on the line coming up next.
Bro Nation, joining me now is WWE NXT superstar EK Prosper. EK, tonight you are facing AJ Francis in a steel cage match for the Glory title.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Steel cage match. This is my first ever steel cage match, Taylor. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But I would be lying, too, if I said I was afraid. AJ, I ain't afraid of you, dog. You announced it like I was supposed to have some hairs on the back of my neck standing up. I ain't afraid of you, dog. I ain't afraid of house money. And tonight is the night that I put you on your back again and I show the world why I am Glory Champion. Because EK Prosper will always prosper. And you'll find that out tonight.
The Legacy Championship has meant a lot to Sensei, but Richard Holliday is looking to make his own mark on the legacy of that championship, and he waited 9 months for this opportunity, Sammy. Not because he couldn't cash in earlier, but it is because it is calculated, and he says that tonight, it is Richard Holliday's night.
Oh, you feel that shift, Kirby? You feel how much easier it is to breathe in the room? That's because you're breathing rarefied air in the presence of the most marketable superstar in the game today, Richard Holliday. Are we looking at the next Reality of Wrestling Legacy Champion?
We're about to find out here shortly, as Richard Holliday has had incredible showings here at Reality of Wrestling. But after missing a few months here, he has come back, and he is looking to capture gold. Legacy champion, having won that title back in December at Sub-Zero, having made a couple of defenses against the likes of Alex Ace, now looking at another form of challenge in the form of Richard Holliday. And if you're Sensei, how do you feel knowing that when Richard Holliday won this opportunity, this championship didn't even exist?
Well, it goes to show it's exactly why you should buy your time, not rush into anything. Richard Holliday knew he had to wait for the perfect moment. And talk about paying dividends. A new championship here in reality wrestling, which Sensei has defended proudly, but is in total jeopardy at the hands of Richard Holliday. This is a pick'em.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Legacy Championship that will be on the line here in this matchup. And I've known Richard Holliday for quite some time now, and this man knows exactly how to pick his spot. This is a dangerous matchup for Sensei. Should he walk out victorious, it could very well be a defining victory for the champion.
Look, Sensei is always looking to define this moment. There's a reason why he was a breakout star. There's a reason why he was someone to watch out of reality of wrestling. And talk about someone who has taken advantage of all the opportunities given to him. Not just an American Ninja Warrior, but that ladder match to crown the first ever Legacy Championship, one of the most devastating ladder matches I've ever seen here in reality wrestling. It was Sensei who stood on top and captured the gold. Can Sensei do it again against the most marketable Richard Holliday?
Well, it looks to me like Richard Holliday may not be taking Sensei seriously. You saw him mocking him there earlier. As now he does have the height advantage, but will he have the strength advantage? Oh, kick there to the midsection from Holliday. Keeping him away from the ropes here, creating his own kind of momentum here. And look at Sensei. Look at Holliday. These are just going back and forth.
It's clear that both these men know exactly what they're up against. Richard Holliday calling his shot, and Sensei has been a fighting champion, knows exactly what he's in for. Look at dancing off the top ropes.
Amazing athleticism here from Sensei. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why he is the Legacy Champion.
Come
and
on
now, almost was thinking of flying out there, it looked like. But Richard Holliday moved out of the way, and with that, Sensei goes for it again. Oh! But Holliday caught him on the way out and blew off his headband.
Sometimes it's not about how strong you are,
and now,
it's not about how quick you are. It's about how smart you are.
Cover here. Will that do it? No.
And Richard Holloway showing that he is a man's man, a thinking man's wrestler. Not only did he pick the precise moment to pick his spot against Sensei, but he's been waiting for 9 months. The king of the Summer Battle Royal was 9 months ago, Kirby. You think Richard Holliday forgot about that? You think that he just forgot that he had a championship match because any title he wanted? No, Richard Holliday was lying like a snake in the grass, picking the perfect moment to pounce, and that's exactly what he did here.
Cover here to crown a new champion. But a kick out there from Sensei. Richard Holliday is doing a fantastic job right now of grounding Sensei, which is exactly what you want to do against the champion. We haven't seen many people do this against Sensei. The closest somebody got was Alex Ace just a few weeks ago, Sammy.
And what a perfect champion to go after. I mean, Sensei, to his credit, one of the best champions that we have here. But talk about someone that burns the candle at both ends. Not only, first, let's discount the fact that Sensei also spends time competing in American Ninja Warrior while also competing here in reality of wrestling. But Sensei is defending his title against every contender, everyone that stepped up. So you got to believe that Sensei can't be 100%. And Richard Holliday trying his best to take advantage.
Well, the next person to step up was Richard Holliday, Sammy, and that goes again to Sensei's thinking as a champion. He will be a fighting champion as he flies down with that chop. And it takes on Holliday.
Now, how smart is that?
He wants to be a fighting champion as he fights down with that scissors kick to retain the gold. Sensei puts out Holliday, no. What a close call there after that scissors kick. As Sensei is now starting to fire up here. And this is what we saw in that Alex Ace match. He connected with the yin yang bang out of nowhere. Could we be seeing it here?
Holliday, I don't think he realizes what's coming at him.
Yin yang bang, oh, it missed! Holliday moved out of the way, but he runs right into that back elbow here, Sammy.
Richard Holliday, if anybody scouted, if anybody prepared for the fight with Sensei tonight, it's the most marketable Richard Holliday.
And these two are just trading chops in the center of the ring, but it seems to be firing up Sensei. And now they're just trading forearms in the center of the ring. Something has got to give. This is for the Legacy Championship. Ooh! After that clothesline, Richard Holliday could be calling it all. Look at the way he just lifted it. Powerbomb! The shoulders are down. Legacy title on the line. No.
Every single night, all the great competitors here at Raw fight for their legacy. But it's one thing to fight here, it's another with the Legacy Championship on the line. Sensei is the first ever Legacy Champion. I know he's not gonna go down quietly here, and Richard Holliday is finding that out quick.
Well, it looks like we're maybe thinking the 2008 here from Richard Holliday, but Sensei had it scouted. Shot to the midsection there. Maybe the strategy needs to change here for Holliday if he wants to call himself Legacy Champion.
You want to secure your legacy, you got to be able to switch it up.
Look at that! He got him hooked! Small package! No, the championship almost stayed with Sensei. Another shot to the midsection there from Holliday. And right now the bounce back from the Ninja Warrior.
God, how quick is Sensei?
Oh! Back elbow, these two are just trading big shots. And he got caught. Full Nelson, roll through. The shoulders are down for Holliday. Oh, the championship almost stayed again in the hands of Sensei.
Oh no!
Sensei to keep the gold. Oh!
Bottom fell out.
How much more does Holliday have left in the tank here, Sammy?
I gotta look at the strength of Sensei. Pick up a man the size of Richard Holliday. I don't know how much more Richard Holliday can take. Oh, whoa, whoa!
And now he's got him up in fireman's carry position. Plants him down! Is that gonna do it? Has Holliday been put away? And he gets the shoulder up.
Again, Richard Holliday moving to the outside, getting more space, getting away from the American Ninja Warrior who's rolling.
Sensei continues to pull out new moves, but this one we've seen before. Flies to the outside.
He makes it look so easy, does Sensei, just flying over the top rope like it was nothing.
And now Holliday gets thrown right back in, Sammy. He's got to be reaching deep as Sensei. He knows the challenge that lies ahead of him and has 9 months of wait. Ended in disaster. Oh, Holliday just pulled referee JT Stevens in the way. Oh! Holliday!
You said change up the game.
2008! Into the cover, 1, 2, we have a new champion!
You're bringing Warrior Fire.
Richard Holliday waited 9 months for his opportunity. He called his shot. And now the rarefied air that we breathe, it smells like gold.
Richard Holliday won the King of the Summer Battle Royal. He bided his time. He picked his moment. And talk about securing your legacy. Richard Holliday is the new legacy champion.
He said it before the match happened, Sammy. His legacy keeps growing every moment, and now it is larger than it was about 10 minutes ago because Holliday has added his name to the legacy title lineage. System, Sammy. It looks like you're not a fan of Hans Steel.
Let's rock on, let's rock on. Let's hope that Hans Steel lasts a little longer tonight than he did in the Last Stand Rumble.
6 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. But he said that that was a fluke. He said that that's not how he operates. he was thrown to the Sharks. 2 Sharks, for that matter.
Well, this is a record holder.
Back at Glory, and I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for Luther being in the Last Stand, we very well could be looking at the winner of the Last Stand, Sammy.
Jay Davis has been an absolute tear. You got a watch on, Kirby?
I do.
Does it have a second hand on it?
It doesn't.
All right, well, Hans Steele got a lot of confidence stepping up to the Rottweiler. He might tower over him, but what Jay Davis lacks in height, he makes up for in intensity.
Well, Hans Steele has a height advantage, but that may be the only advantage he has. Let's look at that. Oh, the waistlock takedown. Impressive from Hans Steele for sure. But now the Rottweiler returning the favor. And look at this, not letting him go.
Oh my God.
Just an absolutely suffocating pace here from Jay Davis. And this is what we come to expect from him.
Yeah, the Rottweiler Jay Davis will put you wherever he wants you and let go whenever he feels like it. This might be a wrestling for some. This is the playground for Jay Davis. The Rottweiler has been on an absolute tear here at Reality of Wrestling.
Well, we saw him have an incredible performance at the Last Stand, again being eliminated by Big Luther, and he was a favorite going into that matchup, and it's because of how we've seen him run roughshod over the entire Glory roster thus far. Cover here from Jay Davis, but a quick kick out from Hans Steele.
I'm hard-pressed to think of anybody that's come with more intensity right from the get-go than Jay Davis. The second he walks through that curtain, you can feel that the mood change in the room. He's just got a different attitude, a different aggression here. And Hans Steele is going to do everything he has to, and he better, if he wants to get any kind of edge against Jay Davis.
Well, it's good to see that Hans Steele has now lasted longer than he did in the Last Stand Rumble. But just like that, he may be taken out completely again. As now Jay Davis is in position here. Oh, but he runs right into a big boot from Steele. Oh, and now he gets caught.
Oh, that's not good.
Not the spot where Steele wants to be. And look at the strength of Davis. Goes down.
Oh, my God.
1, 2, it's over.
Light work for Jay Davis.
If we were to post this match on Twitter, Sammy, let me tell you, this would be the definition of hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
I think Jay Davis would go again.
Incredible showcase here from Jay Davis once again as he adds another victim to his win column. And now we've got to start asking, not only who's next, but who's going to stop the Rottweiler? Abrams is back in the house, and he might be all smiles right now, but I can guarantee you, as soon as he gets in the ring and the bell rings, he is going to absolutely take it to his opponent here tonight, Sammy.
Well, he better bring the aggression. He's got that main man energy on the way to the ring. He better keep it once the bell rings. I thought this issue between Max Abrams and Clay Roberts was settled.
I thought so too, but according to Clay, it was not over, and it's not over until he says that it is.
wear pants like that in the video one second.
Man, maybe that was a long time ago, and maybe that was the inspiration here for Abrams. As again, he's all smiles right now.
Oops, he did it again. I appreciate that Max Abrams always brings a great attitude, and he better keep that attitude if he wants to be able to get against a very game precision tactician. Get your pen. I want you to take notes, as everybody should be doing every single time the great teacher that is Clay Roberts steps in the ring. He's going to show you something you've never seen before. He's going to teach you how to get the job done at the expense of Max Abrams.
Well, let's turn the clock back here a little bit, Sammy. Let's start to get the story to this point, right?
Okay.
When this started, it was Clay Roberts versus Max Abrams in the first match, first of its kind.
Okay.
And then we saw Clay Roberts win, but he cheated to do so. He put his feet on the ropes, and you can't deny that, Sammy.
Why?
The second match, Max Abrams came out with a point to prove, and he ended up winning that match.
Let's skip a few chapters ahead, Kirby.
The third match, it was Max Abrams that won, and that should have been it. We said that that was over. Even Ivory Robin said that it was over. But then Clay Roberts stuck his nose in business of Max Abrams where it didn't belong and eliminated him in a match that he wasn't even in.
Look, Ivory Robin, who's been a great executive manager here at Reality Wrestling Glory. She's a great executive manager.
I love how
doing such a great job.
I love how brown your nose looks right now.
Clay Roberts is the only man who can decide when things are over for him. And yes, the fact that he wasn't in the last Stand Rumble, did we ask questions as to why Clay Roberts was not in that match and Max Abrams was? Maybe Clay Roberts is trying to make sure Max Abrams realizes that no matter how good he thinks he is, he's not as good as he thinks he is.
Well, right now he's definitely looking good to me, Sammy. Taking it to the precision tactician, completing that main man energy circuit. As look at the way he just took him down, did Clay Roberts. And these two, by this point, know each other so well. And I would like to point out as well, Sammy, the last time we saw these two go at it, it was Ajax that got involved. This time, Ajax is barred from ringside. So there will be no tap help. Into the cover here from Max Abrams. Kick out from Roberts.
Well, that just robs Ajax of an opportunity to watch the master at work. You're supposed to be taking notes. Ajax should be taking notes, as should we all.
Well, he's taking notes from the back because he's not going to be out here. As right now, Clay Roberts almost gets taken to the outside, but able to stay in.
Well, if that's the same thing, Kirby, why don't you go in the back? Let me have some space out here. If it's the same thing, being in ringside or being in the back. My mic ridiculous.
Well, Max Abrams right now connects with two chops on the outside, continues this attack as Clay Roberts is trying to break free here.
Look, it doesn't matter if Ajax is banned. Clay Roberts can do everything on his own. That's how Clay Roberts eliminated Max Abrams from the last Stand Battle Royal. That's right. Got nothing to say, Kirby. Look, Max Abrams is a great prospect. That's why he's in the WWE ID talent prospect situation to begin with. He brings that main man energy. I know what I did there. But if he thinks it's going to be a walk in the park against Clay Roberts, he's got another thing coming. And he should know that by now.
Well, he knows that it's not going to be a walk in the park. Again, Clay Roberts does have a victory over him. And look at that. That's exactly the kind of tactics that got Clay Roberts the victory in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. You think if he knows that, he should have seen that coming.
Max Abrams
coming, Max Abrams. He got him right in the eyes.
Got sent right to the outside, and now this fight continues as Clay Roberts is taking it to Max once again on the outside.
I appreciate both these men bringing the aggression here.
And now this is the spot where Max Abrams doesn't want to be at. And look at this, Clay Roberts shoots himself into the inside using the ropes.
And you see that before Clay Roberts putting all of his weight on the ankles of Max Abrams, keeping him right in position for
cover here from Clay, one, but a kick out there from Abrams as the damage on the outside may be continuing to build.
That's right. Now look at Clay Roberts mocking the fans here and serves them right. Getting behind someone like Max Abrams instead of a veteran here at Reality Wrestling like Clay Roberts. Show some respect to the precision tactician.
And now Clay continuing this onslaught again. Look at the way he connected with that knee to the back. And now right here, it's just like a walk in the park for Clay Roberts. Maybe getting overconfident here is the precision tactician. Why are you smiling?
There's no such thing as overconfidence for Clay Roberts. He's right where he should be.
A kick out there from Abrams to continue this matchup. And again, Clay Roberts has got to continue the attack here. He doesn't want to get caught like he has done in the past. This cockiness has got to stop. He has a victory. He has an opportunity to get another one.
Look at that. Clay Roberts continuing to teach lessons to Max Abrams. These two may have gone multiple times before, but Clay Roberts continues to show that there's a lot left in the tank for the precision tactician. Look at
the way that he just got that abdominal stretch locked in.
Beautiful here.
It looked like he was going for a hip toss, but instead the precision tactician got it locked in center of the ring. Incredible skill here from Clay Roberts. And now Abrams, this time connects with that hip toss. And with that, maybe creates a little bit of an opening for himself.
Yeah, Max Abrams better take advantage of it. You want to bring that main man energy. Now's the time, son.
Oh! Both guys thinking the exact same thing. And by this point, again, these two know each other so well. They know each other's playbooks. But who is going to be adding new chapters, new things to their arsenal to walk away victorious here? Both guys getting back up to a vertical position. Abrams connecting with the left hand, doing it again. Switches over to the right. And now, oh! Big swing there. And here comes Abrams with that main man energy.
Now where has Abrams got this second win from?
Oh, big shot there to the midsection again from Roberts. And now Abrams, oh! Connects with an uppercut out of nowhere.
Max Abrams here, showing why he got tagged as a WWE IG prospect. Clay, watch out!
And now going for a ride! Oh. Blockbuster connects! Max Abrams walks away victorious. Once again, no!
Oh, not this time, Kirby, not yet.
What a close call!
No.
I think Road Nation's got it right here, Sammy. I do believe that was a 3 as well.
Look, it's the official discretion. The referee says this match continues. Let's see if Max Abrams can regroup here.
Main man energy about to unload, going for a ride. Clay Roberts side coming, and now sent to the outside.
Cameron barely saw it coming, moves out of the way.
And now, he just slid out.
Now Clay didn't see that coming.
And Abrams sends Clay back to the inside.
This isn't baseball. Baseball slides shouldn't be allowed.
And now Abrams picking his spot.
I might have taken referee right there, make sure Clay Roberts is all right. Max Abrams in complete control right now.
Oh, the Dark Souls kick! Out of nowhere, maybe playing possum here. 1, 2, and that's it! Got him out of nowhere!
What the hell is this?
What the hell is Troop doing out here?
Wait a minute.
Well, Troop taking out Max Abrams, but what the hell is he doing out here with Clay Roberts?
Nation. Joining me at this time is Chandler Hopkins. Chandler, tonight you are going one-on-one with Cappuccino.
Stop talking. I'm tired of hearing your voice. Matter of fact, get out of view. The fans for 10 years have given me nothing but hope. You told me I was gonna be at the top. You told me I was the guy. You told me all the things that make a professional wrestler feel invincible. For 10 years, I believed you. Today it all changes. The Chandler Hopkins you once knew is no longer. Tonight, Cappuccino Jones, you feel the wrath of the modern day outlaw.
This is the way the cowboy.
The outlaw Chandler Hopkins. A new persona. And quite frankly, I haven't seen somebody change this much in demeanor since the One Wish Willow was broken. This is a completely different Chandler Hopkins that I've seen out here, Sammy.
No, Curry, once again, you come to the right conclusion, but for the exact wrong reason. This is the same Chandler Hopkins he's always been. He just realized he doesn't need these fans anymore. He's got to do it on his own. And I appreciate this brand new attitude from the outlaw Chandler Hopkins.
Quite frankly, I'm just shocked to see this side of Chandler Hopkins. Something that I never thought I'd see. This man was always one in tune with the Row Nation, and now it's like he's not even himself. Now this man has been true to himself since day one. And this is truly an interesting matchup to see because we started seeing this bit of a shift in Chandler Hopkins in that first matchup with Cap Jones a few weeks back. Now we're going to see it again, but this time Hopkins is embracing this new side of himself fully. How different will it be this time?
Look, that's my boy Cap Jones. Look, last time we saw these two, that's right, Chandler did not get the job done. But the biggest mistake Chandler Hopkins made that night, you know what it was? The fact that he didn't just leave Cap Jones high and dry, that he decided to come back and shake that man's hand. This is a new Chandler Hopkins, a new attitude. There's going to be a very different situation for Cap Jones dealing with this new outlaw. And I can only imagine Chandler Hopkins has got something up his sleeve, as all outlaws do.
Well, we're going to see if that thing up his sleeve is going to be enough to walk away with a victory over Cap Jones, something that he wasn't able to do last time they were out here at Reality of Wrestling Glory. And you know, Cap Jones himself is trying to bounce back after that loss of the ID championship, maybe trying to get himself back up to another championship in the singles division here at Glory, whether it be the Legacy Championship, which is now held by Richard Holliday, or maybe even the Glory Championship, which we will see defended in tonight's main event in a cage match.
That's right.
Highly anticipated matchup tonight, but right now it is about the Outlaw and the caffeinated wrestler going at it here. And Hopkins trying to prove a point, not just to the Row Nation, but maybe to himself as well, Sammy.
Well, of course. I mean, Chandler Hopkins, I mean, you heard him at the start. He's been going for 10 years, and he had all these fans he thought giving him hope, but all they were really doing was holding him back. Chandler Hopkins finally realizes that the only person standing in his way is Chandler Hopkins.
Well, right now standing in his way is also Cap Jones, trying to go up the rankings. And Cap Jones, new look for himself as well.
Look, we saw Cap Jones, Chandler Hopkins, a classic before. And Cap Jones showing off wide, beautiful vertical there.
Well, Cap Jones has also been making waves, not just here at Reality of Wrestling, but also in Evolve. having been in a bull rope match against Brooks Jensen, and that match really stole the show. Maybe trying to do the same here again tonight against Chandler Hopkins, a very similar person, because we actually saw Chandler Hopkins and Brooks Jensen team up here at Reality of Wrestling as well.
Cap Jones, where have all the Cowboys gone? He's gonna take them all out. Cap Jones bringing the fight, not waiting for Chandler Hopkins to get back in the ring. That's the kind of fighter Cap Jones is, but again, this is not the same Chandler Hopkins.
Great STO there from Hopkins, and now raining down those right hands. And right now, Hopkins seems to be in the zone, Sammy.
I love this new Chandler Hopkins. Not wasting any time flashing off for the fans here. We got that huge cage match later on tonight. Last time we had AJ Francis in the cage, it was against Chandler Hopkins, and he lost that match. Why? Because he went to go through those spectacular moves. Why? To show off for the fans. Well, Chandler Hopkins doesn't give a damn about the fans anymore. He gives a damn about getting a win here at World Glory, and it's paying off so far.
I'm pretty sure he lost that match because of house money interruptions, but right now he's trying to win this matchup, as he fails to do so, at least thus far, as Cap Jones gets the right shoulder up.
I'm tired of you spewing all this ridiculous nonsense that the fans are always saying. You're always hating on house money. Now you're showing hate towards Chandler Hopkins. Why? Because he's trying to actually win for a change? Because he's trying to do what you gotta do?
I'm not even throwing any kind of shade at Chandler Hopkins. I know this is a new attitude, but he's doing a great job of maintaining his composure here thus far and taking it to Cap Jones, staying in control of this matchup.
I'm trying to maintain my composure here as you try to throw Chandler Hopkins under the bus. Look, I love Cap Jones just like anybody else. That's my boy in there, but Chandler Hopkins is going to do everything he can here, just like that, throwing the referee in the way.
And taking a shortcut there for the first time is Chandler Hopkins into the cover here. Will that be enough to put away Jones? Kick out. See, now I'm starting to change my tune on Hopkins a little bit. Why is he going to take shortcuts when we know he can be a great competitor? He's a former television champion, and he did that the right way, Sammy.
I'm sorry, Kirby, explain this to me. Are you going to go home after the show tonight?
Yes.
Are you going to take the long way home, or are you going to go the shortest way so you get home to where you want to be?
The safest way. I'd like to see my fiance at home.
And if you could take a shortcut, you would take it. So stop being a hypocrite and blaming Chandler Hopkins for doing what he's got to do to get the job done.
Well, look at that. Now maybe getting a little cocky here is Chandler Hopkins, and that may have cost him as that overhand chop connects. And now connects with those elbows is Cap Jones, but they may have just incensed Hopkins. And look at these strikes here in the corner from the Outlaw.
I love that every time someone turns up the aggression, they force their opponent to do the same, and back and forth we go. Cap Jones bringing out the best of Chandler Hopkins and vice versa.
And now he's gonna go for it again, hooking up those legs.
One more time, baby.
As you see him right there, he's got it hooked, almost like a lasso.
Yeah.
And Hopkins.
I know you're a Texas native, Kirby. You like to go to the rodeo.
I'm actually a Mexico native. Thank you very much.
Chandler Hopkins tying up Cap, and look at Cap trying to force. Oh, no.
Sends him right into the middle turnbuckle there. As Hopkins could be out of it. Small package here. Is that enough? No. Hopkins gets out of it.
Chandler Hopkins almost caught Cap.
And after that clothesline, Jones creates space for himself to get back into this. Row Nation and the entire Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena firmly behind Jones.
You sure they're not just Sabrina Carpenter fans?
Pretty sure some of them might be, but right now, Jones, look at that, firing back with the ropes.
And Cap Jones, if everybody knows how to fire back, if everybody knows how to turn it up a notch, it's Cap Jones. That's why he's the first ever WWE ID champion, but Cap Jones just left.
Crossbody into the cover, shoulders are down, but Hopkins gets that left shoulder up maybe at the last second.
You saw Cap Jones bringing it again right in the face of the referee, making sure that wasn't 3.
And now Jones, he's got to continue the attack here. Maybe taking a little too long, maybe giving Hopkins an opening for himself. Was looking for the decaffeinator. But look at this, Hopkins now. He's got the, backpack slide. The shoulders are down.
No,
Is this gonna do it? No.
Man.
Jones firing back. Oh my God, that right hand came out of nowhere. And it could have just knocked out Chandler Hopkins.
And we talk about how much important this win would be for Chandler Hopkins, but Cap Jones also no longer WWID champion. I mean, both of these men really fighting to move up the ladder here, reality of wrestling. It's a must win for both of these men.
And now Hopkins very smart to roll up to the other side of the ring there.
Is that another shortcut? Is that a shortcut?
It was a smart idea. I'm giving him credit, Sammy.
All right, thank you.
See, now that right there's a shortcut. What the hell was that? What did Chandler Hopkins just throw in? Was that as a cup of coffee?
I think he threw the cappuccino in the face of Cap Jones.
You've got to be kidding me. Well, I believe referee. I believe MJ Bell calls for the bell as a disqualification. The win goes to Jones, but now Hopkins is taking it to Jones with the chair. Oh my. The Outlaw making a statement with the dents in the chair.
Well, the match is over, so this is fine. Chandler Hopkins sending a message to Cap Jones.
Well, Chandler Hopkins didn't come here for a victory. He came here to make a statement, and this statement is imprinted with the back of Jones on that chair.
However, got to check on Cap Jones. He got hot coffee thrown in his face, courtesy of the brand new attitude, the Outlaw Chandler Hopkins.
Sensei's once again gracing us with his presence here at Reality of Wrestling Glory. And no matter how many times I see this man, it is never any less impressive how massive he is, Sammy. He's like you if you're 2 feet taller. I seem to have stunned him for words here, ladies and gentlemen.
Alex Ace, a mainstay here for Reality of Wrestling, towers over everywhere he goes, yourself included, Kirby.
No shame there. I'm a good 5'9".
But as impressive and towering as Alex Ace is, he's going to go toe-to-toe with someone that might just outsize and outstep Alex Ace. Talk about a battle of the bulls here on Glory.
Hoka is back at Glory. We saw him make a statement on Platinum as well. We saw him make a statement at the Last Stand, being one of the final 6 in that matchup. And now he is back here at Glory. What kind of statement could he make here tonight, Sammy?
Calm down, Kirby. I know you love Hoka, as do all the fans here. And I mean, ever since Hoka returned to Reality of Wrestling, he has been on the tear. But that tear might be stopped in his tracks at the hands of the Anomaly.
Well, Hoka once again back here at Glory. The theme of the night has been momentum. But right now, it is a freight train running into another freight train. What kind of collision could be before us here right now? As our official, Rosie Jones, makes this official. And look at Ace. Yeah. Ace going right after Hoka.
Send Hoka all the way to the outside. Look, Hoka has been on a roll. All the momentum, all the publicity, all the promotion has been behind Hoka ever since he returned. Alex Ace looking to play spoiler. Talk about an opportunity for the Anomaly to get a win over Hoka.
Well, he's doing a fantastic job thus far of making sure that that happens for himself. As these two are just fighting on the outside, we've got to make sure maybe get reinforced guardrails because they could absolutely destroy the entire environment around them.
I mean, you look at Alex just stepping over the top rope like it's nothing.
And now look at this, Ace. He's thinking a choke slam, putting this away. But Hoka fighting it back.
Alex Ace not wasting any time, but I think after wear down a man the size of Hoka, man, the attitude of Hoka, a little more than that.
Oh, another counter here from Hoka. Oh, clothesline doesn't take Ace down. Maybe thinking about going for it again. This time again, another collision. But now Ace trying to go for another suplex here. You said it, Sammy. You said it was going to be a battle of the bulls. It's exactly what's going on here. Something has got to give.
And they both locked horns here, and you saw that is a dangerous situation.
Oh, my God! He planted him down with that jackhammer, and that's it! And just like that, Hoka puts away Alex Ace with one jackhammer.
I didn't even get time to talk about how great Alex Ace is enough.
I am just absolutely shocked right now. You want to talk about incredible performances. You want to talk about momentum. Hoka just did that here tonight. And now, as he's climbing up, Eli no. He's about to do this. He's about to become Glory Champion for Noah. Into the cover. 1, 2, new champion.
Here's your winner, and new Reality of Wrestling Glory Champion, Eli. Oh my gosh!
That's AJ Francis.
The master plan, because you gotta believe the house always wins.
Josiah Shaw is the battle to the bell winner.
I am the law around here. I make the rules. So I decided to do something that has never been done, and that is I signed Josiah Sean, meaning that everything that belongs to Josiah belongs to AJ Francis. So from this day forward, I am your new Battle at the Bell winner!
Hold on a second, you can't do that, can you?
Well, I mean, he's not wrong, AJ Francis.
But yes, House Money helped him win. He is the one that rang the bell 3 times, and he was the one that climbed the ladder. He was in the most danger.
Quinn Winter's trying to talk some sense into Josiah right now.
Well, it looks like the battle to the bell.
And that's why the house always wins.
Well, it looks like the battle to the bell is now in the possession of AJ Francis, a man who wasn't even in the ladder match, Sammy.
Kirby, look, you saw the footage. AJ AJ Francis, I mean, he's not wrong. He did contribute to Josiah John winning that match. And obviously Josiah's he's conflicted right now, but look, all that matters is that AJ Francis is now in possession of that Battle of the Bell hammer. He has got the Battle of the Bell right.
We talked about the decision between, wait a second! AJ Francis just took that hammer to the back of Jimmy House's head. And now the down payment on Jaquan. What the hell is going on here? This is a man you want to vouch for, Sammy? Come on!
Whose house is this, Kirby? Whose house is this?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is AJ Francis. And that's my real name. See, I can ID fraud from a mile away. And right now there's a fraud perpetrating as the Reality of Wrestling Glory Champion. And because I'm the Battle of the Bell winner, I can challenge for the Reality of Wrestling Glory Championship anywhere I want, anytime I want. So EK Prosper, May 11th, May 23rd at Glory 11. It's going to be EK Prosper versus AJ Francis inside of a steel cage.
Whoa, what?
And you're going to see why I'm the best big man in the business. And that business is money, money, money.
Well, AJ Francis continuing to drop the bombshells for us here at Glory, as we now know when he is cashing in that Battle to the Bell Championship opportunity. It will be at Glory 11 when he faces the Glory champion EK Prosper inside of a steel cage.
I cannot believe it. Is the championship going to come home to house money?
Will the Glory Championship come back to house money?
But it's gangsta in my blood. AJ Francis be the name. I done seen a lot of...
No. I'm getting ready for the main event.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have somebody joining us out here. He's literally just a Gator. Leave him alone.
Kirby, genuine. Shut up.
I've been trying to do, man, but before that happens, I did want to come out here and I need y'all's help with something. So I look at AJ Francis and he built house money, you know, money, all that kind of fun stuff. And I figured I want to start a small business myself. So if y'all would be so kind as to help me focus group a couple of product ideas, I'd be real grateful with that. Can y'all help me out with that? All right. I got a big folder of plans here. Let me get our first one out. So, first product. We all know that AI has been popping off these days. Now, when I first heard about AI, I thought it stood for Alligators Incorporated, like Monsters Incorporated, but a little bit Disney-less. Anyways, I decided what better way to make sure we get an AI that is not only moral, but speaking facts as we go into Gator GPT, our first product. Now, if you'll take a look here, I did hire the most prestige graphics designer in Houston that I could find. I think he did a pretty good job. But I don't want to just tell y'all about a product. I need to show it to y'all in action. So let me pull up the Gator GPT app. And this was built on specifically Floridian knowledge, okay? I went all across Florida. I focus grouped a bunch of different people in Florida, and I made sure I used all of that knowledge to create Gator GPT. So let's go ahead, pull up the app, and ask it a question. Gator GPT, my mic cut out. Gator GPT, what is the moon? We're going to give it a second to render a response here. Here we go. The moon is actually an alien mothership that has over 200 lenses on its face that they use to monitor the Earth and get a bunch of data on all of us for the alien empire that is impending upon our civilization. Now, I don't know about that, but that sounds true to me. But that's just one example. Let me go ahead and go on to our next product. Our next product here, we all know about Bitcoin, don't we? Well, we know there's a little bit of a morality sort of issue with Bitcoin. So we need someone who is going to make the most prominent and prestige Bitcoin in the business. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you Gator Coin. Again, we got a very good graphics designer here who's doing very good work here. I paid him about $5 and a couple of pennies in my pocket, as well as some Chuck E. Cheese tokens to do this artwork for me. But with Gator Coin, what you can expect is nothing but going up. Okay, this ain't like a bear market, stock market type of thing. This is a coin that only appreciates in value. Now, you might be asking, how is this something that only appreciates in value? Hello? There we go. How is this something that only appreciates in value? Well, if you take 0 and multiply it by 0, you still get 0. So buck coin, Gator coin ain't never gonna go down in value. So that is our second product, and I got one more I want to share with y'all. Last product that we're gonna be looking at, hey, weight loss is something that we're all trying to do right now. Okay, I'm trying to get a little bit shredded as well. I'm trying to get the hot Gator summer body going. But I decided with all the noise about weight loss out there, I'm gonna come out with my own weight loss assister, Buck Zempic. Now, Buck Zempic, this is going to be a weight loss assist. This is going to be something that is going to accelerate weight loss, because what I'm doing is basically, this is a drinkable product that you are able to pretty much drink on the regular. And it consists of high amounts of caffeine, Bayou water, and a bunch of little other things that are going to help. But I've been drinking it, I've been using it to assist in my weight loss journey, and I think it can help everyone out here. So, between these three product ideas, I need some help figuring out which one is good. Are we gonna go with Gator Zempic? I'm gonna take that as a no. I saw this guy right up here say no. That's fair. Are we gonna go with Gator Coin? Gator Coin, okay. Gator Coin's pretty popular. Last one. Are we gonna go with Gator GPT? Nope. Okay, fair enough. So it sounds like we're gonna go with Gator Coin. Now that we got that settled, let me go ahead and call my financial advisor so we can get some funds going. Yes, Bank of America, this is Buck Gator. I've consulted with the Roe Nation, and they have told me that we're going to invest in Gator Coin. So I'm going to need to go ahead and get some funds allocated to my checkings account to get that done. What do you mean? Credit card fraud? What do you mean I got credit card fraud? Give me them funds. Oh, you gotta be, I'm banking with Capital One. Well, I just broke my phone, fellers, but it sounds to me like Gator Coin is probably going to be our best metric of product availability. So, now that that's settled, how about we talk about our main event tonight? E.K. Prosper, A.J. Francis in a steel cage. Can we get some noise for A.J. Francis? I see a guy here saying the house always wins. I mean, he didn't win last time when E.K. Prosper beat him. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Now, how are we feeling about E.K. Prosper? E.K. Prosper? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, E.K. Prosper really pulled off that upset last time he beat A.J. Francis. And last time I was sitting in the back watching that, and I thought to myself, Buck Gator, why don't people like you? Because I actually fought A.J. Francis a little while back, and while he did beat me, I should technically be Glory Champion because I did pin that man 1, 2, 3. So I did feel a little bit of a warm sensation when E.K. Prosper did defeat him. But regardless of that, it ain't all about that one match. Okay, E.J. Prosper's got to be holding up his end of the deal tonight, and he's got to keep on keeping on defending that title from that man, A.J. Francis. Now, me personally, I put in an application to house money. Y'all know that? Now, I don't know what happened to my application. I do believe it was denied, but I still like to hold out a little bit of hope. I actually sent in a rap application. I made an entire rap for A.J. Francis, and, you know, I put my heart and soul into it, okay? You want to hear that freestyle? It's not a freestyle, okay? I did, like, Shakespearean research, okay? I even read an entire English book, and that made me pretty much on the level of Eminem. What? No, I got to build it up. Hold on. Now, again, I don't think that y'all are specifically ready to hear my freestyle. It's not a freestyle, but I freestyled it when I made it.
Nobody wants to hear your freestyle. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the steel cage match.
Pro Nation! It is time for our main event!
Money, money, money.
Let's go.
Well, it's been a long night here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for sticking out with us for Glory, as it is now time for our main event. It is for the Glory Championship, as AJ Francis officially cashes in his Battle to the Bell Championship opportunity, and he is facing EK Prosper for the Glory Championship inside of a steel cage.
AJ Francis was the first ever Raw Glory champion. Can he put the title back around House Money's waist? You notice there's no Josiah Sean, there's no Quinton Winters, there's no Honey, Tiana Sway. AJ Francis gonna do it on his own in the main event, steel cage match with the Glory Championship on the line.
This is only the 22nd steel cage match that we have had here at Reality of Wrestling, and the last one that we had was AJ Francis for the Glory Championship, and he's looking to run it back to try and win that gold once again. AJ Prosper has been the Reality of Wrestling Glory Champion, and now he comes back home once again to defend the gold in a match that he is not very comfortable in, Sammy.
How can you possibly be comfortable inside of a steel cage? These matches can be devastating, they can be brutal, careers can end inside this kind of match. EK Prosper knows that, but he's going to defend the championship anyway, because that's the kind of champion that EK Prosper is.
EK Prosper donning that championship proudly, like I said, for 133 days, but he is going in there against a man who is incredibly dangerous outside of a cage, and we've seen what kind of damage he can do inside of a cage. And what a way to cap off our night here of action for Glory 11 live on YouTube.
Big time stakes, big fight feel in the main event. Steel cage match, Glory Championship on the line. EK Prosper, AJ Francis, who wins out?
As referee Valen holds up the championship in the center of the ring right now. It is important to note that over the last year and a half or so, we have seen a partnership between NXT and TNA, and they have exchanged championships. The International Championship has gone over to NXT. The TNA World Championship went over to NXT. We have seen NXT Tag Team Gold go over to TNA, but now that very partnership comes to Glory as we're seeing a TNA superstar face off against an NXT superstar. And what a way to cap off Glory 11 here as AJ Francis gets hung up on the top rope there.
I like how smart AJ Francis trying to get out of this thing quick.
Oh! Drop kick there to the steel cage. And now it is also, again, important to know that this matchup can end in pinfall, submission, or by escaping the cage.
Escaping the cage is what AJ Francis was trying to do. AK Prosper did his best to stop it, and AJ Francis is going to have to change up that strategy.
Oh, look at that! Using the ropes to be fly like no other, like we have seen EK Prosper do for years here at Reality of Wrestling. The Glory Champion coming unglued immediately. He knows what's on the line, Sammy.
Ever since Reality of Wrestling debuted World Glory, that championship has been the main prize for everyone competing here. EK Prosper not going to give it up lightly, but talk about light work as AJ Francis catches EJ Prosper.
You're not going to take down a former NFL defensive lineman like that. As you can see, the steel cage already starting to break. That is the kind of power that AJ Francis holds.
That's the kind of power that House Money always brings to the table. Look, whether it's Reality of Wrestling, WWE ID, NXT, TNA, this is Reality of Wrestling Glory. This is the main event, and this is House Money's house. As he just launches EK Prosper like a lawn dart, does AJ Francis.
And I will give AJ Francis credit, Sammy. He is the first man that has won the Battle to the Bell prize and cashed it in early. He gave EK Prosper a warning of when this match was gonna go down. The last two times we've seen this prize be cashed in, it was in sudden matches. The people got added to matches. So I will give him credit for that.
I can appreciate that, Kirby. Look, not only giving credit to AJ Francis, but finally acknowledging that AJ Francis won the Battle to the Bell.
Oh! Well, somebody had to finally stop, because you always kept cutting me off when I mentioned that Josiah John won the matchup and then AJ Francis stole it from him.
Whoa. Look, everything in House Money belongs to the head honcho of House Money, and that's AJ Francis. Josiah John knows that. That's why he willingly gave up the hammer. Quinton Winters knows that. Tiana Sway knows that. That's why they listen to the general and stay in the back and let AJ Francis go one-on-one.
Cover here from Francis. Hook on the inside leg, but a kick out from Eli.
Not that it would matter, because it's a cage match. Nobody can get involved here. Kudos to AJ Francis not only calling a shot, but setting up a steel cage match where we can finally settle this thing between these two.
And look now, Francis trying to escape from the door there, and this would be a way to win the matchup. And again, House Money not being out here because AJ Francis told them, I will show you how I can do this on my own. But EK Prosper, the champion, trying to go for Hurricane Rana. But Francis now showing.
You gotta be kidding me.
A Styles Clash!
You gotta be kidding me!
From one AJ to another, the Styles Clash connects. This could be it. Referee Valen counts up to 2, but Prosper kicks out before the 3 to continue this matchup.
AK Prosper is a fighting champion. I think he's finding out he don't want none from AJ Francis.
And now he said it before. Francis is a dangerous man outside the cage. He is showing us exactly what he can do inside the cage. The down payment holding him up, but look at this, Prosper. Oh my God! Got launched into the cage.
Usually there's no place to go but down, but inside a steel cage, you got so many more options. What a great stipulation added by the challenger, AJ Francis.
Now Francis going up top, thinking of escaping once again. If he managed to do so and both feet touch the floor, this match would be over and he crowned himself a 2-time Glory champion. But look at Prosper, EK, managing to break free here. Oh, what a shot there.
The dangerous position here. These men fighting toward the top of that cage.
Ooh.
It's very unusual to see AJ Francis on that top rope.
And look at this sunset flip. Goes over. He's got him in a spot that he doesn't want to be in. Francis holding on for dear life.
Oh my God.
Powerbomb cover, 1, 2. Almost keeps the gold around his waist.
EK Prosper stacking up AJ Francis, but the challenger stays in this thing.
This is our main event here for Glory 11 live on YouTube. And what a main event it has been thus far.
As the champion, AK Prosper thinking now, oh, we'll never know.
And now Francis makes Prosper lose balance on the top.
Look, complete control. AJ Francis thinking about devastation right now.
Oh! Takes down Prosper using his foot.
That's that money, money, money.
He's saying it's time. What is Francis thinking it's time for?
Time to end. Oh.
Wait a second. I thought he told him to stay back. What the? That's the battle to the bell hammer. Were they supposed to stay in the back, Sammy?
There's always a plan, Kirby. AJ Francis with the plan. Oh,
but wait, look, AK Prosper out of nowhere. Spanish fly.
What the hell?
How did Prosper do that into the cover? 1, 2, the championship, stays in limbo even for just a little bit longer.
That wasn't part of the plan. That is not what was supposed to happen.
Well, Josiah John now on the outside, adding an extra wrinkle to this match. As now Prosper looking to escape out the door, but wait a second, what the hell?
The executive decision. Making the right decision.
And a spear! AJ Francis wins the gold again with house money. I said no! How did Prosper kick out of that?
Where's Prosper getting this from? AJ Francis doing everything he's got. We got to bring the title back to the house money.
And now Prosper in a spot he doesn't want to be in. As Francis takes him up, thinking down payment, but look at that, using the steel cage to his advantage. Prosper from the top, Destroyer! Into the cover, that's gotta do it. 2, oh my God, no, kick out.
Oh, thank God.
This match is bringing out all the stops. It is for the richest prize you can find on Glory, the Glory Championship, inside the confines of a steel cage. Who wants it more?
Oh, look at house money.
House money. Climbing the cage, they're starting to fight EK there at the top, keeping him from escaping the cage and winning this matchup.
Oh, no!
And now,
that's a lot of bodies.
like Goombas in a Mario stage, get taken out from one side of the cage. And now, Prosper from the top. Oh! He got nailed with the hammer! Coming down with the moonsault!
I'm with the Goombas. Don't mess with King Koopa. AJ Francis with the equalizer.
After the hammer shot.
There we go.
With full momentum.
One,
AJ Francis is walking out the cage.
Three.
With the Glory Championship.
Here is your winner, and new Reality Wrestling Glory Champion, AJ Francis.
What did I tell you, Carby? When are you gonna start listening? AJ Francis, once again, rules the hen house because house always wins. House money rules the roost at Glory.
Well, now I can see why AJ Francis is wearing that Dolphins gear, because just like the 72 Dolphins, he goes undefeated inside of steel cages to win Glory Championships, as he is the first ever two-time Glory champion here in our main event of Glory 11. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Sammy K, our executive producer Kevin Bernhardt, for Booker T and Charmel Huffman, this has been Reality of Wrestling Glory. We will see you next month. Wait a second!
Whoa! Wait.
Does this mean what I think it means, Sammy?
No!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is the winner of this year's Last Stand. He has a championship opportunity either against Nico Vance, the current Reality of Wrestling champion, or now AJ Francis, the Glory champion. If anything, Sammy, I think this right here is a potential warning shot